Heidi. So, you know, it's a beautiful summer evening. I really enjoyed my day today. The boaters are outside and the jet skiers are out there. So it made me think about some summertime treats. And, you know, I've been meaning to make something with sunflowers because of the movie Frozen Fever. So now is the perfect time to do it. We're going to be not only making some treats with sunflowers, but we're also going to be using Oreos. So let's go inside and get started and make some. Okay, so the things you will need for your sunflower Oreos, first you need to have the mold. And I was able to get this mold at one of the craft supply stores, and they're really super cheap. You know, you might spend like $1.50 on it, and they're really well worth it because you get two different patterns. And of course, this pattern we're going to be using right here is meant for the sunflowers. And we're going to need 3 yellow centered Oreos. And because our sunflowers have yellow in it, I thought it'd be fun to use these Oreos, but you can certainly use any other kind of flavor or color that you like. Then you need about half a cup of yellow candy chocolate, and it's a type of candy chocolate you can find at any type of craft supply store. Then we're going to be using about 3 or 4 pieces of the brown chocolate candies, the same type of candy as the yellow candy, and the brown candy will be for the center of the sunflower. And then a lot of times I use a candy brush. You might also find other types of brushes in the baking supply section of either a craft supply store or maybe in a baking or cooking supply store. Many times I just use a spoon when I pour the candy into the molds, but you can also use a candy bag as well. And then what you're also going to want to have is a pot of water. I have this about 1/4 full, and then another pot into the pot of water, and this will be our double boiler. And then we have a wooden spoon which I'm going to use to stir the candy. So let's head on over to the stove and get started. Okay, so I just put in just a few of these chocolate wafers on low heat in a double boiler, and I'm going to melt these so we can make our sunflower. And once it's completely melted, we're going to work on our mold. Okay, so now we're going to be making our sunflower Oreos, and here is our mold. We're going to fill first the center of each flower with some brown chocolate. We won't need to use a lot. It's just enough just to cover up this little section here. Okay, so let's give this a good tap to get rid of the air bubbles. We're going to stick this in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes. We want the candy to harden so we can continue working on the next color. Here is some melted yellow candy chocolate. So we're going to pour, I'm going to use a tablespoon and put it into our molds. And then put one of the Oreos in there, and it's a regular size Oreo. It has that yellow center that I showed you earlier. Then put one more over on top of the Oreo. So that was about 3 tablespoons. So I just want to give these a good gentle tap because we want to get the air bubbles released. We're going to stick these in the freezer overnight, and tomorrow we'll get to enjoy these. Okay, so here's a helpful tip. Let's say you have some yellow candy chocolate on the bottom of the pan, or while you're working with the candy chocolate, it starts getting clumpy. All you need to do is go back to the stove, as you see right here, put in a little bit of shortening, just a little bit, and move this around and mix it into the candy chocolate, and you'll be able to start using this again. And if it starts getting a little too thin, all you have to do is throw in some more, and then it'll get thick again.
So I just took our Oreo cookie pop molds out of the freezer, and all you just do is you kind of give it a good twist to get the Oreo cookies to loosen up, and then you turn it over. Okay, and there you go. Aren't these just like absolutely adorable? I think they're just so cute and they were so easy to do. So let's go outside and have one. All right, so I'm outside and I'm about ready to enjoy one of my sunflower treats here. And for fun, I actually just thought it would be fun to stack these, and this is kind of cool. So I think I'm going to take this one.
So here is my sunflower Oreo treat that I made earlier. So let's take a bite. This is a really nice summertime treat. As you can see, you have not only the candy on the outside, but you also get that nice Oreo surprise inside. What a wonderful thing to be making if you're going to have a summertime party or even a frozen fever party, to include a sunflower Oreo treat. So I hope you guys enjoyed our video today.